Today on Commander Replay, we check out Kirik, son of Yawgmoth, and find out how many times I can accidentally call Helm of Obedience Helm of the Host. Next on Commander Replay. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below. And if you want to donate to the GoFundMe for GP Vegas, there's just a few more days left, so feel free to check out the link in the description below. Welcome back, everyone. I know a lot of people are excited about this one, and that's Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. Here we go. Let's keep this opening hand. We've got one of our combos already in our hand, and one of them comes into play for free. Yeah, this game should be pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Hold on, everyone. We've got pre-game actions. Put this Leyline of the Void onto the battlefield. Uh-oh. We got 4 mono black players this game. We did not plan that out. That is just something magical that happened. And I do like where we're at. We also won the die roll, so we're on the play. Things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. So, Kirik. Was that right? Kirik? Son of Yawgmoth is 4 and 3 Phyrexian black mana for a 2/2, and it has lifelink, and it says, for each black and a cost, you may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. Essentially, it gives Phyrexian mana to everything with the black mana cost in it that you play. And then finally, whenever you cast a black spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. Lot of people excited about this one. Lots of combo potential here. It's got the magic recipe of cheating mana cost. Now, it does come at a cost of life, which makes it maybe not as broken as some other things that may exist that allow you to play things for free without eating up all of your own life total. But I think there's still a lot of abusable potential right there. And I don't know, we might be seeing it really soon. So with all that, that brings it back to our turn, and let's get this Mind Stone into play. We are on Helm of the... Well, maybe we'll go for our Commander next turn, since we won't have the mana to activate Helm of the Host on the first turn. We'll see. We'll see how things go. If we catch like a Mana Rock or something, that may change our plans, but we'll see. Opponent says they want to see 3 Vilis on the battlefield at the same time. Yeah, that would just be insanity. Everyone losing life and drawing cards. Basically, everyone will die to a gentle breeze if that happens. Opponent's going to beseech the queen. See what they go find. They ran down a Peat Bog. Cards that I've thought about, but I don't know. There's definitely a cost there. Enters the battlefield tapped with 2 depletion counters on it. Remove a depletion counter, add black. If there are no depletion counters, sacrifice it. So you get 2 mana for a short period of time, and then you get no mana at all. So definitely something that goes in a more combo style of deck. You're probably not looking to play too long of a game. Definitely not great for sustained mana production, but certainly interesting nonetheless, and a card to think about. So opponent's going to cast a Vampire Tutor right there. The one problem that I'm thinking about is that, like, if we just run our commander down there, we won't have anything to do, and we'll just be sitting there, like, waiting for a Fleshbag Marauder or something like that to come down. So I don't know that that's, like, the best place to be, but we will see what happens. There's a Thaumatic Compass. On the other hand, if we just run the Helm of Obedience down there, like, no one's going to have any interaction for Helm and Leyline, since this is mono black, especially this early into a game. So that seems like a pretty safe bet right there. Oh, that's Jet Medallion. That is interesting. I think I'm just going to go for the Helm of the Host right here because, yeah, I'm really not expecting anyone to be able to interact with it. I guess on the other hand, maybe, yeah, let's just go for the Helm. Opponent's going to crack their Expedition map. Sure. Opponent says, I guess they should have went mono blue. Probably. But then we wouldn't have this fun 4-way mono black experience, of which everyone's probably going to die to Helm and Leyline. Unless, of course, someone has a fast combo in their sleeves and can just take us down before we can shoot everyone with the Helm. So this combo does have to go 1 player at a time. Here's a Soul Ring for our opponent. Yep. Opponent uses the last counter on the Peat Bog. It gets sacrificed. Kirik, son of Yawgmoth, coming into play. Yep. Let's see what they got. There's a Skull Clamp. Seems pretty good. Maybe they're doing more of an aristocracy style thing. Not sure. There's a Necro for the Toshiro. Yep. I thought about also trying to jam the Painter Servant combo into this deck, but instead of that, I went for the Cormus Bell Urborg Massacre Worm combo, which is a really silly one. Oh, opponent's just going to Necro for, like, a lot of stuff. Given that they're going to Necro that many times, we probably need to Helm them. So opponent will draw, I don't know, what's that, like probably 12 cards or so? They go up to 16 cards in hand. Yep. And then they start discarding stuff, and it all gets exiled. Leyline of the Void. I know they're expensive because of modern play, but man, This thing needs to start showing up more in Commander because there are so many graveyard decks now. I would say that more than 50% of the really strong decks that I run into use their graveyard pretty freely. So you run down a Leyline of the Void, a Tormod's Crypt, something like that. That shuts off a lot of nonsense. And I've been starting to find the beauty in Tormod's Crypt of late, so we're going to be seeing more graveyard interaction from decks that I play because it's just so good. Here comes a Cryptghast for the Vilis. Oop, there's a Vilis for us. That seems pretty good, although I don't know if we need it in this exact moment, but we'll see what happens here. Let's lay down this Strip Mine, and I guess we cast our commander. Pay the Phyrexian mana. So Keurig into play. Just because this is a Keurig game, I'm going to let the Keurig players survive one more turn, and we'll use the Helm of the Host on the Toshiro opponent. X is 1. Cool. So Helm of the Host X1, and this will exile their library. So that was a turn 4 player kill. I suppose I'll introduce them before they exit the game. That was Pauper Harbust piloting Toshiro Umezawa. A card that's going to struggle mightily once a Leyline of the Void is in play, and it's going to struggle even more once you hit it with a Helm of the Host and the Leyline. Sad face for them. We'll probably do a game 2 here in a second, because I just got a really lucky opening hand, so yeah. There's a Promise of Power for the Keurig. Yep, getting some action going. Up to 10 cards in hand, down to 23 life. And to their left, we have Fish Said Fish, also piloting Keurig, Son of Yawgmoth, and they're starting to get a few things going. They did untap with their commander, so wacky things can always happen once that occurs. And then finally, we've got Champion Athune piloting Vilis, Broker of Blood. They've got a Cryptghast in play. And so, ooh, that's a Massacre Worm. Massacre Worm's going to kill our commander. Doesn't stop everything else, but still is annoying. So, Keurig will get a +1/+1 counter on it. Yep. And Massacre Worm will trigger. That will kill our commander. It goes back to the command zone. Cryptghast goes down. Opponent loses 2 life to that. Note that our commander does not die. It goes to the command zone, so we do not lose life to the Massacre Worm. And Keurig gonna swing our way. That seems totally fair. We go down to 30 for commander damage. Oh, Toshiro's got a Necropotence in play. They skipped their draw step. I forgot about that. Well, if they want to win, it's got to be with the stuff in their hand. I forgot about that. I can't imagine they do too much with no library, but we'll see. Here comes a Hedron Archive. Yep. Opponent says he's going to try to beat us with the 6 cards. Good luck to you, friend. Good luck to you. They said, spoiler alert, one of them is a swamp. And there's a Darksteel Ingot coming down for the Vilis opponent. So one of the things I've been seeing with Vilis and Keurig coming out so close together, a lot of people have been like building their Keurig decks with Vilis at the helm until Keurig is actually released in paper. It is really interesting that like Vilis and Keurig, they really kind of want the same thing. It's not that their abilities are necessarily the same, but they both work really well with each other. So I just think that's an interesting kind of thing, that they'd have 2 creatures that are so powerful and work so closely together, come out literally a month apart. Don't know that I've ever really seen anything like that before. So just kind of interesting from a Magic history perspective. But anyway, that brings it back to our turn. Let's get down to more Helm of the Hosting. We will shoot the Vilis player for a 1 with the Helm of Obedience. They will get exiled. We've got 5 open mana. Let's get the Jet Medallion. Let's read the Bones. Oh, we got a Necropotence in a swamp. Sounds good to me. Put on top, put on top. And I think we pass like that. Oop, here comes the Torment of Hellfire X6. All right. Probably going to be losing some life right here. Keurig will get a counter on it. Yep. So we can discard or lose life. We're probably going to have to discard some stuff. Let's get rid of, I'm thinking the Mind Stone. Vilis and Necro sort of operate similarly, though they'd be really nice together. Guess we can get rid of Vilis since it's very expensive to get into play. Guess we'll go for the Swamp. We're on 4 of 6. I think we're just losing life at this point. So we end up at 19. Opponent discards. That'll get exiled to the Necro. Also to the Leyline. Massacre Worm and Keurig coming our way. Yep, that seems fair. It is kind of funny having 4 mono-black opponents and knowing that, like, you know, through the first 3, 4, probably 5 turns, there's just nothing in mono-black that's going to deal with these. The stuff you need is just so limited and rarely used. Uh-oh, what's this do? Target opponent reveals their hand. You may put a creature card from it onto the battlefield. Gain control of it, sacrifice it at the end step. That's a Gray Merchant. Gray Merchant? Actually a bit of a problem. Could kill us. Could kill us. I think they're actually going to put us to a really low life total. So, Grey Merchant comes in with haste. It's going to get the trigger. We go to 3. Oh my, I think we're about to survive at 1. Oh, there's some things that could go wrong here. Yep, opponent going to swing into us. This might be getting closer than I thought. Down to 1 we go. A Grey Merchant gets sacrificed. Oh no! Oh wait. Okay, no. Whew. Saw that Massacre Worm trigger. I thought we get the Massacre Worm trigger because it went to our graveyard, but whoo, we do not. We do not. Opponent's going to make a token with Westvale Abbey during their upkeep. They then draw from an empty library and lose the game. So one player finally down. I thought this would go a little quicker. It is a fetch land that we cannot crack. Any Urborgs in play? Do not see an Urborg anywhere. Play the Bloodstained Mire. Be very careful not to use it. Helm of the Host on the Keurig. Use the Strip Mine. X is 1. That should take care of that. We can't use Necro at all. We're gonna have to, like, get our commander back in at some point. We're gonna have to pay full price for it. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is, quite a predicament, actually. Quite a predicament. That, Treacherous Urge play in the Grey Merchant, pretty good. I mean, also the Torment of Hellfire. We lost a lot of life to that. Lost a lot of cards to that as well. So, Keurig opponent finally goes down, and it is just Pauper. Surviving with 3 cards in hand. I mean, legitimately, they could just cast their commander and attack us, and that's a problem. Yep, here comes their commander. Uh-oh. We need a big draw. It's a swamp. What does that do? I think we're dead. Is Necro really gonna save our opponent? Huh. Well then. Yeah, opponent's gonna get us. So, I mean, I guess we're just cracking this fetch. Crack the fetch. Down we go. Let's see if we can get a game 2 going. Next card was Torment of Hellfire. Yeah, we probably couldn't cast it for enough to get there.